series to an iconic tastemaker in fashion. Alexis Bittar is a Brooklyn boy turned jewelry mogul who embodies the essence of what it means to hustle your way to the top. Just here are some of the accomplishments. He has stores around the country, collaborated with everyone in the business, from Beyonce to Lady Gaga to Michael Kors. He's had unforgettable ad campaigns featuring celebrities like Zoe Kravitz. He's won the 2010 Council of Fashion Designers of America winner of Accessory Designer of the Year. But here's the big thing. In 2015, at the height of his brand's popularity, he sold it to raise his kids. Then in one of the boldest iconic moves in the industry, he bought his name and brand back. And now, as part of that relaunch, Alexis Bitar has a brand new scripted digital series featuring a fictionalized version of Manhattan's Upper East Side, a parody of the people that live there, and they just won a 2024 Webby for Best Content Series. Take a look. After reacquiring and relaunching his company in 2020, Alexis knew he had to come back in an iconic way with a first-of-its-kind digital ad series known as Bittarverse, featuring memorable fictional characters like New York socialite Margot Goldrich and her overworked and underappreciated assistant, Hazel, a.k.a. Jules.
I come from the school of 10%, 15% if it's good. But you tip 25%. It's not your money you're spending, it's my money.
You're right.
The Queen of Coney Island and Margot's long-lost sister, Teresa, who haven't seen each other in 15 years, leading to a volatile reunion. Then there's Riley, who previously worked for Margot and is now suing her for $7 million for being, shall we say, not the best boss.
The boyfriend cannot be your life.
No, my job is like
I have to be your life.
No, of course.
I even had a chance to join in on this social media obsession for so many, landing an exclusive interview with Margot to hear her side of the story. Listen, everybody's talking about it. Toxic workplace. Margot, the old school veteran who believes that you can rule with an iron fist and not have to pay for it. From high-end jewels and designs to high-stakes drama and controversy, Alexis and the Bittarverse are continuing to change the landscape of fashion and showing no signs of slowing down. Fam, please welcome jewelry icon Alexis Bittar. Come on out! Thank you so
sweetheart.
much. Well, first of all, congratulations on the Webby.
We just found out today.
You just found out.
I just found out. Hi, everybody.
That's amazing. I'm telling you, your story reads like a movie.
I gotta get comfy.
Get comfy because we got to dig in here. 13-year-old kid gets a gift from his dad, $300 worth of antique jewelry. You're that kid, and you turn that $300 of antique jewelry into an empire.
Well, first of all, I was 8.
You were
this
8?
one. Yeah, I was 8, and we grew up in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn boy.
Yeah.
And but at 13, when I was selling on St. Mark's, because I started selling on the street when I was 8. It seems criminal, but it's true. People are always like, "What were your parents thinking?"
Right, what were they thinking?
I don't know.
What were you thinking?
I think they were trying to teach me a work ethic. They had very strong work ethic. And I really loved being in New York City, in the middle of St. Mark's. And even though that seems crazy, I did love it. And then I got sober when I was 22. Yeah. I was a total drug addict. And 33 years sober, just for anyone who's like...
That is so good.
Just my pitch for sobriety. And when I got sober, I started designing.
You started designing when you got sober?
At 22.
At 22.
And then I was selling in Soho.
Yeah.
And at that point, the director of the Guggenheim came up to me and said, you know, I think you are so creative and you're cutting yourself short, and you should really stop selling on the street. And at the time, I had sold on the street for 15 years. Right. So for me, I was like,
wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, I'm used to just a cash business.
You didn't just take the challenge, you excel, you end up at Bergdorf. And as I said, this iconic brand, I remember moving to New York 15 years ago and walking into one of your locations and feeling like I had arrived.
Thanks.
Because your brand was so associated with this sense of arriving, of fashion. Yep. And then you shook up the industry by deciding, I'm walking away.
Well, in my mind, I had done everything I wanted to do at that point in fashion. I had won my awards.
What was the reaction from some of the people
when I walked away?
Yeah, when you walked away.
I think people were in shock. You know, I mean, I was kind of known for being at the top of my game at that point. And to me, you know, I kind of thought there's more to life than just being at the top of fashion. You know, I wanted my life to be about raising children. And as a gay man, that seemed unheard of, obviously, in my 20s. That was just something that could not happen. But I made that decision, and it was the best decision I ever made, definitely.
When we come back, more on the best decision Alexis says he's made, becoming a dad. But wait, there's more. As I said, he bought back his business and added a baby and a husband. The story when we come right back. Welcome back. We're talking about things and people who are iconic. And we're at the Prince of Jewelry, fashion icon, Alexis Bitar, who continues to elevate his game and elevate his life. We were together taping for the Bittarverse.
So cool.
Which was so cool. And I just gravitated to this notion and this story of at the top, walking away. We see it in sports. Michael Jordan walked away and then came back 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's hard to walk away. But here you are now raising your twins and having this dream life. What were those days like, especially as a single dad?
Well, I think the first shock was stopping working. Like, I had never stopped working. So that was like a shock to my system. And I had gone from being a CEO, designer with 450 employees to all of a sudden just stopping and raising twins immediately as a single parent. It was crazy. And then, you know, I think my friends were like, how are you going to do that? But I instantly just snapped into it. You just do it. And I think for me, one of the most important things about being a parent is being present.
Now, fast forward, Jack walks in the door. Your now husband.
True.
You met. I love this love story. So you're at the gym and you see Jack.
Yeah.
What did you think?
He's
How did you know? You thought he was. How soon did you tell Jack that you had twins at home?
I told him right away. Like, I'm so proud of it. You know, I mean, I wanted him to know, like, you're talking to a dad. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, we met and we fell in love. I want to say in days. It was fast.
In days.
Yeah.
In days.
Yeah.
You and Jack got married in 2023.
Yep.
You added another baby, a little girl, Opal. I mean, so you talk about baptism by fire.
Yeah.
Opal enters the world, into your lives, and you're married, and then you decide in the midst of all of this, I want my name and I want my brand back.
Yeah, I mean, we have a 9-month-old, which she isn't beautiful, wakes up every day with a big smile. And
but I love that you wanted them to see this version of Dad.
I thought it was important. I mean, I already have them working a little bit, right? Like, and look at that. Isn't that incredible?
It's beautiful.
I know. Those are my kids.
Yes, those are your kids.
Yeah, I thought it was important. And so to speed forward, I had sold the business finally. I'd sold it twice, but I sold it finally to Brooks Brothers. And then Brooks Brothers went bankrupt. And I had the choice to buy my name back. And that meant a lot to me, you know.
What was it like going in there once all of the lawyers and they've done their things and it's back to this and this is you and you walk into one of the stores? I got goosebumps thinking about it.
Thanks.
What was that like for you?
It was a little daunting, I have to admit, because I had to rebrand it from where they had left it. They had it for 5 years. And in that time, the business had shrunk 75%. So I had to rebrand it and rebuild it. But, you know, I'm a fighter, so, like, I'm not scared of that. And I did it, you know.
You did it, and in a big way,